The girl who stopped caring, the girl who wants to travel the world, the girl who wants to do more, the girl who wants to be able to afford a car. My name is Jawad and welcome to my channel. First, you have the girl who wants more out of life, wants to be able to have a car, have a house, have things, even though she's still young. But yet she wants those because she wants an easier life. Look at how many people are living a better, easier life. Wouldn't you want that for yourself? Wouldn't you want that for your kids? Wouldn't you want that for people that you care about? Then you have the disabled man, a disabled man who's only got one arm left. What's there left for him? There's nobody around you anymore. When you stop caring, when you stop trying to care for others too, because you only have one arm left. Would you feel the same if you were in that situation? Would you want to stop caring, stop wanting people to be around you? Because of the fact that you only have one arm. You have a head and you have a body, but you have no legs and you lost your other arm too. How hard is it? Do you know? Because it's not an easy life. You always have to ask people for help. You always have to ask for people to do things for you. You always have to ask people to just live. So how could you not give up? Then you have a stranger. You have a stranger who is willing to help the girl steal stuff or steal the cars. He doesn't know her. He doesn't know anything about her. He doesn't know her situation or not. Does she have a situation or not? Why is she stealing? Is it she's stealing because she just wants to? Is it stealing because she enjoys it? Is it stealing for no apparent reason at all? And then these three meet. These three will change each other's lives. The stranger who pulls up the disabled man, he shows him life is still worth living. Guess what? They do go on this joyride. They do steal a car and they drive around like crazy everywhere. Why am I talking about this? What does it matter? Is it to say, hey, these people need to go to jail? These people need to suffer for making somebody else suffer because they stole somebody else's car? Well, this sheriff gets in a chase with them first. Sheriff gets in a chase with them. By chance, the sheriff is finally able to catch up with her and the disabled man. They're in the car while the stranger went to go get some food and snacks. The stranger had the opportunity to steal another car, and he leaves. He's like, I don't owe them. I don't owe them anything. Why should I help them? Why should I go back? But that's the thing. He questions himself. He questions, why should I go back? But the thing is, he does go back. He goes back to protect them. He goes back to take the blame. He tells sheriff it was all his fault. It was not either one of them. He said that the disabled man can't do it. He's only got one arm. He can barely move. He's obese. What is he capable of? He can't get his feet because he has no feet to the pedals. It wasn't the girl because the girl was forced into it, and it was him all along. This girl and this guy cannot believe this stranger came back. This stranger came back for both of them. If it's in the power of this sheriff, and if he does the right thing, which the right thing is not to send them to jail. How many times could you send people who have stolen? How many times have people stolen from other people? How many times have people stolen from different stores? How many times have people taken something that doesn't belong to them? But in this case, this situation is different. Instead of just throwing them in prison and locking them up for the rest of their lives, do something that's different. Do what's in your heart. Make them pay in a different way. Make them do community service. Make them change. Not even for themselves. Well, for themselves. And the biggest thing is, once that change happens, it's not going to be just the change in the community. It's going to be all around. It's going to be anytime somebody goes through that area, people will not judge. You know why she stole the car? She stole the car because she's around 16, 17, but yet she takes care of her ill mother. She takes care of her ill mother and she takes care of her sisters. She's always been responsible. She's always been there for everybody else. She's never had time for herself because her mom is sick. So she had to step up. She had to step up and change things for her family. But she got exhausted. She got tired between school, between taking care of her family, taking care of the house, and barely being able to support, to pay for the bills for the house. She's exhausted. Wouldn't you be exhausted if you were 15, 16, 17, whatever the age, and everything was on you while you're studying, while you're working hard, while you're taking care of your sisters, while you're taking care of your parent, your mom? You have nothing else going for you. You're not able to go splurge anything for yourself when it comes to food, clothes, anything. You have to work constantly, day in, day out. You have to get up in the morning, early in the morning. Sometimes at night you have to take care of your mom because she's sick. She's always been there for a very long time. Finally, it's getting to the point where she can't afford the bills anymore. She can barely afford to pay for the house, yet alone for all the health bills. So of course, she wants to escape. She wants to escape reality. Now let's talk about the disabled man. The person that he loved, he cared about, left as soon as he lost his legs and his arm. He had nobody left. After a while, he became so depressed, he pushed everybody else away. He was tired. He was exhausted. He didn't know how to do things so easily anymore. When you have one arm, everything you do takes 3, 4, 5 times the effort. When people don't even look at you the same. When you want attention from the opposite sex or someone that you care about, nobody pays attention to you. Nobody cares about you. Nobody gives you that small amount of attention to give you a hug, a kiss, thank you, or anything anymore. And you become tired and exhausted of it. You get tired and exhausted of trying. You get tired and exhausted of trying to say, treat me a little better. But yet you still want to do things on your own. You still want to do things independently. You still want to do basic things like walk around, get around. You want to be able to drive. You want to be able to run. You want to be able to do so much more that you forget what living is about. You forget the joys. You forget the little things. Then this stranger. Why this stranger? Why did this stranger even help them to steal a car? Well, help her to steal a car. And then he actually took and pulled the disabled man and told him to come on, to show him to live again, to show both of them to live, to show them life is more. You just need somebody to back you up. You need somebody to be there for you. You need somebody to just cheer you on for the little things. Even if it's just grocery shopping, even if it's helping out around the house, even if it's helping with a family. Why did this stranger do it? Because even though he did it, inside he's a great person. He's responsible, he's caring, he's always loyal. And that's what matters. It's not about, oh, does he have money to be able to take care of us? Or why is he doing this? It's the fact that he is a loyal person. He's a good person in the inside. He might do things that are crazy sometimes, but it's to knock people to their senses. It's to get them to realize you are more. You deserve more. Even if it's living a humble life, but enjoying that humble life. The reason they all meet is because it's the greatest reason of all. It's for the stranger to change both of their lives and for her to change his life because they get married, they get together. He helps with her family. He helps, well, they both help the disabled man to start a new life, to get back up, to try, to change, to lose the weight, to stop feeling sorry for himself, to find ways to be more again, to be full, to be excited. Eventually, the disabled man will get prosthetics, both legs and one arm, that make him better in his heart, better because he can do things on his own, better because not only will he help them, he will help change the community because of that one sheriff. The sheriff has a role too. The sheriff's role is because he is forgiving, he is understanding, he is willing to help all three of them out. The sheriff is who sets the standard for the disabled man. This disabled man who eventually becomes the next sheriff, or eventually will become a sheriff in that same community where they change the entire community. They help people out. They change people's lives. They make sure that if anyone is going through hardships, that nobody goes through those same hardships again. And another thing, the disabled man shows how others in the police force not to be racist, not to judge, not to look at what's going on, but look what's underneath the cause of what's going on. Changing how people are treated when they go through this community. My name is Jawad, and thanks for watching.